Anastasia Potapova, the world's ranked 36, taking on Barbora Krejcikova, the world's ranked 25th. This is a quarterfinal matchup. The winner will take on either Ayla Tomljanovic or Leylah Fernandez. And Potapova finds herself here after taking out Elena Evanesian and Lucia Bronzetti. Wow, Barbora took out Daria Saville. Very great win. And the Brit, Harriet Dart. But this one got away from Barbora very fast and early as Potapova stormed out to a 4-love lead. That's right. She came into this matchup 18-12 on the year. Barbora only 500, 7-7. Why? Because she's been injured, but she's a great talent. She's been as high as number 2 on the world ranking. And I like the Nike visor there Potapova's wearing. A lot of players wear the visors to keep the sun glare out of their eyes, but also they use it to keep their hair in place. Now, I talked earlier about how some of the players said they wear the sweatbands to keep their hair in place. And you take a look at a lot of the other players that wear just the bands around their head. It's not necessarily for sweat purposes. A lot of the time it's to keep their hair in place. I've played many tournaments, and I can tell you a lot of the time I wore the headbands as a fashion statement. A lot of times when you're sweating, I mean, these players, essentially, they have towels everywhere. So, and you see a lot of players, they take the towel breaks. They're not even sweating. They'll fake like they're wiping sweat, and a lot of these players use different methods to reduce their sweating, which I don't necessarily think is healthy, but a lot of them have foundation and stuff like that. So you take a look at the players and they do like the fake towel wipe to reset, to buy time. There's no sweat on them. So for the most part, like I've said, I've heard a lot of the players say they wear the headbands to keep their hair actually in place, because when you're moving so fast, playing so hard, your hair comes loose. Now, Zachary says he uses a lot of hairspray. Now, you can use hairspray as well, but sometimes it just doesn't hold. But nonetheless, it's preference why players wear visors. If you ask me, I think Iga Swiatek, my personal opinion, I think she wears the hat so you can't see her eyes. You can never see her eyes. She tucks it nice and tight, and it's very tough. Even when you see her after the match, her hat is tucked so low, she tilts her head, you can't see her eyes one bit. She's a poker player, ladies and gentlemen, and that's very strategic. But nonetheless, it's preference, whether they wear a visor, whether they wear a headband. It's a lot of the times it's even a fashion statement. When I played, a lot of the times I made sure my headband matched my outfit. So it's really a preference. But I can tell you, of all the professional sports, basketball, football, baseball, all the contact sports, a lot of players don't wear headbands because sweat getting into your eyes, it happens, but it's not really a thing. If it was a big issue, I think everyone would wear headbands. That's why you have eyelids. It's very tough to get stuff into your eyes. Normally the sweat will run down the sides of your eyes, but normally it doesn't get into your eyes. When you see you're sweating a lot, that's enough to either wipe it with your wristbands or even your shirt. But nonetheless, it's all preference on why players wear visors or hats or headbands or sweatbands. There's no one reason, but what I have heard is the players that have said, a lot of them have said they wear it to keep their hair in place. It's like an extra support. And I've heard players say they wear it for fashion statement. And of course, other players wear it for sweat purposes. But today, ladies and gentlemen, Potapova went wild. She would take the first set back by 5 aces. She served pretty good. She won literally 37 and 38% of Barbora's first and second serves. 8 opportunities to break her. All she needed was 3 to wrap up this match. And she advances. Who will she take on? Either Leylah Fernandez, long hair, don't care. Now, the reason I say that, in case you don't know, is Leylah used to have a routine where she would win, and she got on a win streak, and she would whip her hair out. She wraps her hair up. Again, imagine Leylah's hair coming loose during a match. That would be a nightmare because she has very long hair. And she said Lil Wayne is her favorite artist. So that kind of goes hand in hand because, Lil Wayne said that statement. By the way, when I said that, I never knew Lil Wayne was her favorite artist. I found that out later. So that it just came together perfectly, ladies and gentlemen. But great tennis here in Birmingham. We have a rain delay in Berlin where Pegula is up a break in the third and final set. We're going to see if she can pull that one out. Coco and Ons coming up next as well. Thank you guys for all the positive contributors that say positive things. Remember, this is a small tennis channel, so anyone that comes here with good energy and positivity, I really appreciate you guys. That's what we want in the algorithm. People coming here, having good tennis conversations, talking about their favorite players, giving credit to players that win, and just not disrespecting the players overall. Tennis in a Minute, thank you for the love and support. We'll